Hi again, my name is Rebel and I'm the Rebel Reseller, and today I'm going to be doing the second half of my What Solds, which will be Friday through Sunday, last weekend, May 3rd to May 5th. But first of all, I'd like to wish all you mothers out there a happy Mother's Day. It's I don't have any grand plans today because I'm still kind of contagious, so we're not really going to be going out very much. But I hope you guys all have a great day. All right, let's see. What are we going to talk about? eBay. Our sales pretty much are staying like this, and then I'll have a day like this, and then it'll be like this, and then a day like this. So I'm still very grateful for the sales that I'm getting. Just keep doing the things that you know you need to do. Keep listing regularly. That just kind of keeps the algorithm active and happy. Do your ends and sell similars. I'm still a big advocate for that. Send out offers all day long as you get them in. Sooner the better, I think. It just kind of shows that you're willing to work with buyers. And, I don't know how the algorithm works. I just figure, quick sales, stuff like that has to look positively on your store and your buyers' experiences. What else? Run sales. I always have a sale running. So just do the things that you can do and, be patient. Be patient. What else? Do my little commercial because Robert's forever reminding me that I haven't done that. Down in the description of our videos are lots of links to different ways that you could support our channel, either by going to various platforms and using our link to shop. We get a small percentage of those sales. I also have affiliate links, so if you're considering List Perfectly, sign up to my affiliate link. American Bubble Boy, I still really like their product and we continue to use it. A WorthPoint, if you're ever at a point where you think WorthPoint would be advantageous to your business, I honestly believe it pays for itself every year because I could go in and look at longer term pricing and decide if I want to try to bump something up, even if it's starting to show a downward trend. Sometimes it's just somebody's got to get the price going in the other direction. Because, I love my vintage plush, and a lot of times people don't appreciate the value of it. But the best way that you can support our channel, and it is free, is to hit a thumbs up, and leave a comment for us. We really appreciate it. Also, anybody who's interested in joining our Discord, it's like $4.99 a month. I think it's a little bit more for you iPhone people. But, it's just an ongoing chat that we have. We share life, we share finds, we share, any issues that we're having, and just kind of, work together on our eBay businesses. And we try to do a monthly Zoom call for anybody who's available who just wants to sit and chat for an hour and a half or 2 hours or 2.5 hours. Just really depends on, what's going on in the conversations. So we appreciate all the support you guys give us. All right, let's get to it, y'all. My stuff on Poshmark and Mercari. But just maybe it's summer slowdown on those platforms. Thankfully, eBay is my primary income and my primary platform. Everything that I list starts on eBay, and then I use List Perfectly to cross-list to all the other platforms that I'm choosing to list to at this point. So, thank goodness for eBay. Thank goodness. Let me move my coffee, y'all. First thing, one sale on Mercari. It was this Douglas Tricksters Coyote plush, sold for $11.70. And then on Poshmark, I sold a pair of women's Clarks shoes for $18. Now for eBay. Robert says I should include this with all of my platforms. I don't do free shipping on any of them. but specifically on eBay, when I say something sold for $19.68, the buyer did pay additional for shipping. I don't believe free shipping helps. I just don't. I tried it for 1 year. I think the year was 2018. And I sold more, but my profit overall was way less. So no, just say no for me. You know, we all have to do what's best for our business and the way that we want to work everything, but I haven't found that it works for me. All right, Levi's 512 perfectly slimming boot cut women's jeans sold for $19.68. The fact that they sold for their full price means I had ended it, did a sale similar, and before it went into the next sale, it sold. So it had been listed since June of last year. Disney Lion King sheet set and a blanket. Y'all, this was on my profit pile. Just kind of scooched them back and hadn't dealt with them. You know, sheets are a pain to take pictures of. Just a pain. Even blankets are. So it just kind of got pushed off. But I'm working through my pile still. But I've made a major dent. Now I just got to shuffle stuff and get stuff dealt with. But these twin sheet sets sold in about 2 months. I went ahead and accepted a $35 offer. Kohl's Cares Curious George plush from 2016 sold for $8.96. A lot of the Kohl's Cares for me sells for bread and butter. My bread and butter price is like $8 to $12 plus shipping. Women's tapestry jacket with the Bengal tiger on the back sold for $44.71. Really, really nice sale. More of the Jurassic World Roarivores dinosaurs. I sold another one in the previous video. I don't remember where I got them from. This one was from 2017. The Roarivores make sounds roar, right? Sold for $11.66. Y'all, sold this for this price and got a return. It was bigger than she expected, even though I state it's 12 inches and I have pictures of it with a tape measure. So yes, that person got on my blockity block list, listed it, sold again immediately. It is a Dakin White Dog plush Maltese from 1992. I had a bag of this type of stuff. Picked it up at an estate sale. There were some like stencil type sheets, but like professional type, and a couple of different rulers, and then these rolling rulers. Never heard of them before. I ended up with 2 of them, and they sold very, very quickly for $17.95. Jerry Elsner Pink Bear plush musical. Been listed a really, really long time. And I got an $18 offer on it, and I accepted it. Fisher-Price Little People Safari Animals. They all were very similar, kind of different. Not quite sure what they went to. I probably could have looked up the number on the bottom, but I just decided to put all of these together, and took a while to sell, $19.76. J. Crew women's shirt. I'm pretty sure I picked this up during the Barbie trending stuff, and it didn't sell right away. I listed it in August, and I took a best offer of $11 for it. Soma Karate Wrestlers and Ninja Figure Lot. Y'all, these had a lot of wear and discoloration. I remember they had been listed for a while. They either got dropped and I had pulled them from my inventory and just not got back to them. But while going through all of this stuff, these were in a bag, in a tote, and I just decided to go ahead and get them relisted. And they sold in about 2 months for $15. Soma has lots of different little 1 3/4 inch figures, lots of different types. So, you know, I tend to pick them up when I find them, especially when I can find them in lots. Little Tikes plastic softball T-balls. I sell these whenever I can get them. I had found, I want to say 5 or 6 of these at the bins. They are hollow. They are super light, so I didn't pay very much for them. And I think this is the last set to sell. These 2 replacement balls sold for $13.45. Hallmark teal purple rabbit. There's something up with this series because I've now had 2 different colors. Ones of these, they have the date on the bottom of their foot, and they've sold very, very quickly. This one sold for $15.25. So I'm going to be definitely keeping an eye out for these Hallmark rabbits, which tend to only be bread and butter for me. But the ones with the date on the foot must be more collectible. This was just on a shelf, so I decided I'd Google Lens everything just to see what's out there, if it's going to be worth my time. Dang it, I just noticed the condition, y'all. It automatically goes to like new, and you have to go in and change it. And obviously I didn't change this one because to me this does not look like new. So I've kind of made a boo-boo. Hopefully they read the condition notes right below that there was somewhere. But yeah, I Google Lens everything just to see if it's worth my time. And there were comps on this particular magazine, so I went ahead and listed it, and it sold for my full price of $9.95. Just a reminder, magazines, because they have advertising in them, cannot be shipped medium L. Just can't. I had a bag. I want to say maybe it was a Ben's pickup, but the bag was just sealed and everything like a gallon-sized Ziploc bag. And in there were mostly Our Generation doll shoes. But when I sorted everything out, I realized there were a couple of different dolls. Like these were the Disney Princess toddler dolls. So I just went ahead and kept them in lots. And they sold, I think, the same day I listed them. I went ahead and took a $14 offer on them. I'm all about the quick sales right now. Get it moving. All right, this was my return. The Bosch Universal Mixer. The person kept the lid, kept one of the lids. Kind of irritated me. She just kept claiming that the lid wasn't in the box, and I know we packed the lid. So I just went ahead and gave her a refund. She had also left me a neutral that eBay had automatically removed. I didn't even have to ask for it. As soon as I gave her the refund, that neutral feedback disappeared. But Sherry saw that I had this back and was going to get it relisted, and she wanted it. So that's why there's a really crazy high price on this. I wanted to make sure that it was available to Sherry and nobody else went ahead and grabbed it. So we had agreed to send me a $200 offer on it, and she did. So thank you so much, Sherry. I hope you enjoy it. It was a really nice mixer set. Old Navy women's denim skirt. Again, it sold in probably about a month. Definitely keep your eyes out for women's denim. Somebody had told me once that I should put the word modest in there, but I had forgotten. But just so you know, if you find these long maxi type denim skirts, if you've got the space, put in the word modest. But they sold for $19. Again, another viewer told me add the word pickleball to this listing, which I went ahead and did, and it sold very quickly. This was a Big Mouth dill pickle coffee cup, and it sold for $8.05. Ziggy dolls. I used to pick up a lot of them. They did well. Now they've become a little bit slower movers, and if I can get a lot of them, I might pick them up at the bins, but singles probably not so much. But this one sold in about 3 months for $8.96. No, 4 months. I keep forgetting we're in May. All right, this is Imaginext figures. I picked up a big bag of them at one of the kids consignment sales. I think I paid $8. Well, I'm down to not very many left. Made a whole lot of money on these blind bag figures, and these two I took a best offer of $10.50. This was from a Profit Pile stuff again. Google Lensed it. It is a Poliwrath Pokemon figure from Sasco, and it sold in about 2 months for $7.15. I love these puzzles. Just love them. We just finished this one. It's by White Mountain. It was called I Love Breakfast. Just all these different breakfast, like restaurants and stuff. Yeah, sold it probably within the week that I listed it for $8.96. Dakin Magpie Monkey plush from 1976. Took about 5 to 6 months to sell, $13.45. Y'all, even this little dress, which I don't think the tag, there was even a tag that told me, oh yeah, maybe it was. There was a Madame Alexander tag on it. But I Google Lensed it, and it told me that it went to a Huggums doll. And I like Google Lens. It's so helpful. It doesn't help for everything, but it does relatively well, at least getting you pointed in the right direction. This dress sold in less than a month for This outfit sold in less than a month for $10. Paddington Bear. They are slow, y'all. They take a while to sell. It's probably, unless it's in a bulk purchase, I may not pick them up. This was a 14-inch Christmas bear, and he sold for $8.74. I picked up, I want to say, a dozen or so of these Madame Alexander dolls. A lot of them were from different countries. Went to an estate sale. I think they had, the dolls were $2 each. The lady told me if I just went ahead and picked up all of them, she would give me a deal. I want to say I paid $20 for, I think it was more than a dozen. Maybe 14 or so. I might have one left. I'm not quite sure. But I went ahead and accepted an offer of $9.25. And they're small enough that they fit right down in a priority box. Now this is from the recent haul that I did on how I use Google Lens to go through all of that strawberry shortcake and My Little Pony stuff. This was Huckleberry Pie's yellow hat, and he sold very quickly for $9.86. Have you ever had that item that you're so happy when it finally sells? This was it. I had already decided some point when things, mellowed out here, I was going to start going through some of my large lot listings and start maybe breaking them down just to see if, because of the size of the box or the shipping price, maybe I could get them sold in smaller lots. And this was one of those things I was considering pulling. They are Mattel Putt Putt Road and Track set. The little vehicles are wooden. And then there was just all of these other extra pieces. It's been listed forever. Since I moved in this house, so not, not crazy like there's some stuff here that I still have listed from before we moved here in 12 years ago, 13 years ago. But I was finally glad that somebody wanted this set, and it sold for $16.46. I picked these up either at a yard sale or an estate sale last year in different colors. This was the NBC Peacock New York coffee cup. I actually had 2 of these, and this person bought both of them for $41.32. Cuddle and Kind Knit Noah dog plush. I think I showed you guys this recently in a haul video from the bins. Funny thing is this person bought this and then requested a cancellation because she put the wrong address. So when I canceled it, relisted it, she went ahead and purchased it at the regular price instead of the sale price. So that was kind of a nice little bonus. And this Noah dog sold for $29.95. Vintage Tripoli card game. Again, I have a pile of games. I've got a bunch of Rummy Cube. A bunch. I think I'm just going to pull all the little dice and get rid of everything else. Maybe the little the holders, but that one's a tough one. But definitely keep your eyes out for this, because this wasn't even listed a month and it sold. It's a Tripoli card game. The box was in terrible, terrible condition, so I just went ahead and discarded it and just listed this plastic shell thing and the chips that came with it. I think the cards were like missing pieces, and I just discarded them also. But it sold very quickly for $22.45. But I Love You women's jeans sold for $13.50. This, I had a box of vintage Christmas stuff that had been set aside. These three ornaments were cloth, so I just decided to put them together, and they sold probably within the week that I listed them for $10. Logo Bear March of Dimes Stork. This was from a high bid estate sale that we won 3 years ago. I actually have 2 of these storks, and finally sold $8.74. Lee women's jeans, made in the USA, sold for $14.50. Another mug. This says the Love Mug coffee cup, and it sold for $8.05. I love coffee mugs. You know, you can get them for a quarter or 50 cents and, you know, sell them consistently in the bread and butter range. So now that we've reduced our prices down, look, for this one, you guys can't see it, but, you know, the shipping is like $6 to $7 for most regions. And then this. Again, it's sat here. I've actually got the grandparents' pink house that I still need to get listed. But this is just one of those large, oversized toys that I'm forcing myself to do probably a couple a week, because they need to be pre-packed, and it just turns into, you know, it's not fun trying to locate large boxes and have boxes cut down to the minimum size that they possibly can be, so that the shipping isn't ridiculous. But this is a little tyke stall house stable, and I don't even, y'all, I've had it forever. Don't remember how much I paid for it. Didn't have any accessories to it, and it sold for $69.95. I'm pretty sure this is one of the ones that I also added UPS ground shipping, and that's, I think, how we shipped it. And it sold very, very quickly. So now I've got the pink mansion over here that I'm going to go ahead and get processed this week and have Robert pre-box it for me. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Lots of sales. Still just kind of, like I said, moving along pretty steady with a little dip. And I'm going to go work on another video for this next week just to get some of our hauls caught up, because I think we're going to Missouri here in less than 3 weeks. I think this time in 3 weeks we will be there already. On vacation and visiting and doing a little work at the bins. So, all right, y'all, get to work. Bye.